Hello everyone, myself K. Anusha, working as an assistant professor in Departments of Electronics and Communication Engineering at St. Martin's Engineering College. Today I am welcoming you to the video lecture on combinational logic circuits. Before going into the topic, let us see what is a combinational circuit. A combinational circuit is a digital electronic circuit whose output depends only on the present input variables. It doesn't have any memory elements or feedback elements. The output only depends upon the present input variables. Combination means it is a combination of different logic gates. Hence, it is called combinational logic circuits. Based upon functions, these combinational circuits are classified into different types, namely adders, subtractors, multiplexers, demultiplexers, encoders and decoders. Let us start with the adders. In binary, adders are designed to perform the addition of two binary digits. In binary adders, we have two types, that is half adder and full adder. Half adder is a circuit designed to add two single bit digits. If we consider the truth table for the half adder, here we have two inputs and the outputs are sum and carry. When it is 0, 0, the sum is 0, and when it is 0, 0, carry is 0. When it is 0, 1, sum is generated and carry is 0. When it is 1, 0, the sum is 1 and carry is 0. When it is 1, 1, the sum is 0 and carry is 1. If we observe the truth table, the sum is generated when only one of the input is high. Carry is generated when two inputs are high. From the truth table, using two variable K-map, we can realize the circuit diagram. Let us consider the two variable K-map which has 4 cells. If we consider two variable K-maps, means the number of cells we get is 4. For the sum, if we consider the K-map, it has 4 cells. The sum is high when it is A is 0 and B is 1. A is 0 and B is 1. Next, the sum is high when it is A is 1 and B is 0. From this truth table, if we consider the equation for this one, that is A B bar plus A bar B, which is nothing but XOR operations of the input variables, that is A XOR B. If we consider the two variable K-map for the carry is high when the two inputs are high. Carry is generated when the two inputs are high. Simply we can write as C is equal to AB. From these two equations, we can consider the logic circuit diagram. The two inputs are given as inputs to the XOR gate and sum is generated is XOR operations of A and B, and carry is A equal to B. In this way, we can generate all the combinational circuits. Next, going to full adder. Going to full adder circuit. Full adder circuits are designed for addition of 3 bits. The two inputs are A and B, and the next input is carry bit from the previous one. The outputs are sum and carry. Sum is generated when it is 0, 0, 1, the sum is generated as 1 and carry is 0. When it is 0, 1, 0, addition of 0 plus 1 gives 1 and 1 plus 0, it is 1. The sum is 1. Carry is generated when we have even number of ones. 1, 1, there is a carry of 1 and sum is 0. When it is 1, 0, 0, the sum is 1 and carry is 0. When we have 1, 0, 1, the sum is 0 and carry is 1. When it is 1, 1, the sum is 0 and carry is 1. When it has A, B, C as high, the sum is 1 and carry is 1. We can generate the circuit diagram using the truth table. Let us see how we can generate this circuit diagram. If we consider the truth table, the three inputs are A, B, C and the outputs are sum and carry. When it is 0, 0, the sum is 0 and carry is 0. When it is 0, 0, 1, the sum is 1 and carry is 0. 0, 1, 0, the sum is 1 and carry is 0. 0, 1, 1, sum is 0 and carry is 1. When it is 1, 0, 0, sum is 1 and carry is 0. When it is 1, 0, 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. When it is 1, 1, 0, sum is 0 and carry is 1. When it is triple ones, the sum is 1 and carry is 1. If we take the minterms for S is equal to sigma m, we get the minterms as 1, 2, 4 and 7. If we consider, as we have 3 input variables, the K-map we use is 3 variable K-map. 3 variable K-map means the number of cells we get is 2 cube. That is 8 cells in this K-map we will have. If we consider the K-map, one input I will say take at the right side and the other 2 inputs I will give at the top. This is the place where the minterms holds. If we mark the ones where we got the sum as 1 is 1, 2, 4 and 7. If we consider, we cannot map this K-map. So, we can consider individually. If we consider this one, the expression we got is A, B bar, C bar. Next one, if we consider this one, we have A bar, B bar, C. And if we consider this one, the expression we got is A, B, C. And if we consider this one, A bar, B, C bar. If we simplify this equation by taking A bar as common in these two, we get A bar, B bar, C plus B, C bar. And if we consider these two inputs, if we take A as common, the other terms we are left with is B bar, C bar plus B, C. This is nothing but expression of the XOR gate. A bar, B XOR of C plus A. This is nothing but expression of the XNOR gate. We can write this one as B XOR gate, B XOR of C whole bar. This looks as A bar B plus A B bar, which is nothing but expression of the XOR gate. So, the expression we got for the sum is A XOR B XOR C. In similar way, if we consider the minterms for the carry, the minterms we got high is, it is 3, 5, 6 and 7. If we mark using 3 variable K map, if we mark this equation 0, 1, I am taking here 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. The minterms associated with these cells are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. At place of 3 means 1, 5, 1, 6, 1 and 7. Here we can group these two ones and these two ones. If we consider these two, the common things are A, C. A and C is common. If we take these two ones, the common ones are B, C, and if we consider these two, we get A and B. This is the expression we got for the carry. Using this two equations, the sum is A XOR B XOR C and carry is equal to AB plus BC plus AC. From these two equations, we can draw the circuit diagram. The three inputs are given as A, B, C to the XOR gate. A and B, one AND gate. B and C given to another AND gate. A and C given to another AND gate. This is nothing but AB, BC, AC. All this summation is given to the OR gate. So the sum is generated as XOR operations of the input variables, and carry we have is AB plus BC plus AC. In this way, we can generate the circuit diagram using the truth table. Using 3 variable K map, we got this circuit diagram. Going to the half adder, if we consider the half adder circuits are designed to subtract two binary digits. The outputs we get is difference and borrow. If we consider 0, 0, the difference we got is 0, and when it is 0, 1, the difference we got is 1, and borrow, here subtracting 0 from 1 is difficult, so we need to take a borrow from higher order. So the difference we got is 1 and borrow is 1. When it is 1, 0, the difference is 1 and borrow is 0. When it is 1, 1, the difference is 0 and borrow is 0. If we consider from this we can write the expressions for difference and borrow. If we consider the expression for difference, the expression we got is A bar B plus A B bar. If you consider this expression in a half adder also, we got ones at this point only. When any one of the input is high, the output we got is high. This is nothing but A bar B plus A B bar, which is nothing but XOR operations of the input variables. From this we can write the borrow expression as A bar B. If we consider the sum expression, that is nothing but XOR operation of both inputs. If we consider the carry expression, that is AB. If we observe the difference between these two, the sum and difference are nothing but the XOR operation of the input variables. The borrow means here only the one input A is inverted. So C is equal to AB and B is equal to A bar B. From this we can draw the circuit diagram as two input variables are given to the XOR gate. that is nothing but XOR operations of A and B, and one input is inverted, that is we have given this one to the NOT gate and given to the one AND gate. Other input we have given directly, that is borrow we got is A bar dot B. The only difference in half adder and full adder is the NOT gate. Going to the full subtractor. Full subtractors are designed to subtract the 3 input digits. Here the inputs are A, B and C. C is nothing but the carry bit. The output we get is A minus B minus C, and the difference is nothing but A minus B minus C, and we have the borrow. If we consider the truth table, here when we minus 0 it is 0, 0 minus 1 means we need to take the borrow. So difference is, borrow is 1 and difference is 1. If we consider this one 0 1, we need to take the borrow and the difference we get is 1. Here 0 1, we need to take the difference borrow and the difference we got is 0. 1 minus 0 means 1, 1 minus 0 means 1. The difference is 1 and borrow is 0. 1 0 1, the difference is 0 and carry borrow is also 0. When we consider 1 1, the difference is 0 and borrow is also 0. When there are all the inputs are high, the difference is 1 and carry is 1. Now let us see how we can realize this using this truth table. If we take the minterms that we got for the difference is sigma m 1 comma 2 comma 4 comma and 7. The minterms we got for the borrow is sigma m 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 7. We can consider this using 3 variable K-map. 3 variable K-map means the number of cells we get is 8 cells. For consider the K-map for the difference. This is the 3 variable K-map. One input I am taking this side and the other 2 inputs I am taking this side. The minterms associated with this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. The ones where we got at places is 1, 2, 4 and 7. If we consider this K-map, it is similar to the full adder, which is nothing but XOR operations of the input variables. If we consider this variable, we get A, B bar, C bar plus A bar, B bar, C plus ABC plus A bar, B, C bar. If we take common A bar, the expressions we got is B bar C plus B, C bar. If we take A common in these 2 inputs, we got B bar C bar plus B, C. This expression is nothing but the expression of the XOR gate, which is nothing but B XOR C plus A. This is nothing but XNOR gate. This one we can write as B XOR C whole bar. This entire expression resembles as A bar B plus A B bar, which is nothing but XOR operations of the input variables, that is A XOR B XOR C, which is nothing but expression of the full adder. If we take the K-map for the borrow, the other 2 inputs are 0 0, 0 1, 1 1, 1 0. The minterms associated with this is 0 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. The minterms where it is high is 1, 2, 3 and 7. These we can group as these 2 ones these two ones, these two ones. If we consider these two ones, the common things are A bar and A bar C. If we consider these two ones, the output we got is B C. If we consider these two ones, the common are A bar C. This is the expression we got for the borrow. From this we can draw the logic diagram. The three inputs are given to the XOR gate, that is A XOR B XOR C. One input is inverted and is given to the AND gate. A bar B, next B C, and next A bar C. All these are given to the XOR gate, that is difference is nothing but A bar B plus B C plus A bar C. If we consider the expression of the full adder, the sum we got is A XOR B XOR C. If we consider the difference expression, that is nothing but A XOR B XOR C. Same expression we got for the sum and the difference. If we consider the carry we got is AB plus BC plus AC. The difference expression we got is A bar B plus BC plus A bar C. If you observe this expression, only one input, that is A bar, is given to the NOT gate. That is, from this we can realize the full subtractor. This is how we can realize the combinational logic circuits of adders considering the K-map. Now let us see the next combinational circuit, that is multiplexers. Multiplexers are the combinational circuits where we have only one output and we have 2 power n input lines. The desired output is given at the output terminals based upon the selection lines. These multiplexers are also called as data selectors, parallel to serial converters, and many to one circuits, and it is also called as universal logic circuits, because using these multiplexers we can design other combinational circuits like adders, subtractors, encoders and decoders. So hence it is called as universal logic circuits, where we can design other logic circuits. Using these multiplexers we can reduce the number of wires. In this multiplexers, types of multiplexers we have is 2:1, 4:1, 8:1 and 16:1 multiplexers. In all these multiplexers, if you observe, there will be only one output. The desired output is given at the output terminal based upon the selection lines. When we have 2:1 mux, the selection line we got is one selection line. When it is 4:1 mux, the selection lines are 2. When it is 8:1 mux, the selection lines are 3. When it is 16:1 mux, the selection lines are 4. If we consider the 2:1 multiplexer, the selection line is A. Based upon this selection, the outputs I0 or I1 is given at the output terminal. When it is 0, I0 is given at the output terminal, and when it is 1, the output terminal I1 is observed at the output. Next, going to 4:1 multiplexers. 4:1 multiplexers means there is only one output and the number of inputs are I0, I1, I2, I3 based upon these selection lines. When it is 0, 0, I0 is given at the output, and when it is 0, 1, I1 is given at the output terminal, and when it is 1, 0, I2 is given at the output terminal, and when it is 1, 1, the expression we got is I3. If we consider the expression for this multiplexer, Y is equal to S1 bar S0 bar A0 plus S1 bar S0 A1 plus S1 S0 bar A2 plus S1 S0 A3. All these AND gates are given to the OR gate. Now let us see how this multiplexers works. Now let us see how this multiplexers works. Now if we consider the 2:1 mux, there we have inputs I0 and I1. Selection line is S0. When it is 0, 1, it gives I0, and when it is 1, 1, it gives 1. Considering 4:1 mux, the selection lines are 0, 0. When it is 0, 1, it gives I1. When it is 1, 0, it gives I2, and when it is 1, 1, it gives I3. The desired output is given at the Y signal. Now let us consider 8:1 mux. In 8:1 mux, the selection lines are S0, S1, S2. When it is 0, 0, 1, I1 is selected, and when it is 1, 1, I3 is selected, and when it is 1, 1, I7 is given at the output terminal. This is how the multiplexers works. This is how the multiplexers works based upon the selection lines. If we consider the 8:1 multiplexers, the number of selection lines are S2, S1 and S0. The output is Y. When all the inputs are 0, we got the output as A0. When it is 0, 0, 1, we got A1. When it is 0, 1, 0, we got A2. When it is 0, 1, 1, A3 is observed at the output, and when it is 1, 0, 0, we have A4, 1, 0, 1, A5, and similarly when all the ones we have, the output we got is A7. This is how we can consider the 8:1 multiplexer. All the multiplexer, the main thing we can observe is based upon the selection lines, the output is given at the input. If we consider the 16:1 multiplexer, we can design this 16:1 multiplexer using two 8:1 multiplexers and one 2:1 multiplexers. When in this multiplexer, when S3 is 0, the low order multiplexer outputs are given at the output terminal. When S3 is equal to 1, the common selection lines are given to the both multiplexers. When S3 is equal to 0, the lower order multiplexer outputs are given at the output terminal, and when S3 is equal to 1, the higher order multiplexers are given at the output terminal. Now let us see the applications of this combinational circuits. Going to the applications, this combinational circuits has many applications in many fields. Considering the communication system, combinational circuits allows for the smooth data transmission and handle error detection and correction at communication systems. These combinational circuits are also used in consumer electronics like TVs, smartphones, digital cameras for data processing and control tasks. In industrial and control systems, these combinational circuits are used for the regulating the process and managing the data in control systems. Going to error detection and correction. They are used to detect and correct errors in data transmission and storage. Adders and subtractors. These combination circuits are employed as adders and circuits. These adders and subtractors can be seen in many circuits where we have this arithmetic and logical operations. Considering multiplexers and demultiplexers, these are used for the data routing and selection. Mostly we use this in communication systems. The multiplexers are used at the transmitter and the demultiplexers are used for the receiver. Going for digital signal processing, these combinational logic circuits are used to process and manipulate the signals efficiently in digital signal processing. Thus, the applications follows of the combinational logic circuits. Thank you.